So, let's talk. This is my kale. And you see my kale is going to seed. See all the little seed pods? Right? So, you take these seed pods and you cut them in half, and there's packed full of little teeny little seeds. And you dry them, and then you can plant. Okay? See here? It's all going to seed. Now, I'm sure none of you have seen kale go to seed, but that's what the seed pod looks like. Now, back on the shed. We're working on it. That right there is all the wood for the awning, right? So let me tell you what I'm planning on doing, because I got a couple people coming today to verify my design, right? But what we're going to do is we've got new posts. Now I'm hoping these posts aren't cemented in, but I think they are. But this is why the posts have got to be replaced. That started out as a carpenter bee, and a woodpecker's been here. Right? So, you have carpenter bees. This is what they do. They will start a little hole, and they will tunnel all the way down through the wood. And that's not good, right? So, if you have carpenter bees, be aware of that, right? But it seems like that helped. Now this black right here is just felt, and you buy it in a roll, and you use that underneath your shingles to protect the wood underneath the shingles, right? Now, my design, what I'm planning on doing, is the rafters on the end down here. You saw it. They're rotted, right? So I've got 8-foot 2x4s, and I'm gonna run the 8-foot 2x4s in conjunction with the ones that are sitting there now, and we're gonna do what they call scabbing or cisterning. Right? It's two names for the same thing. Basically, you take a 2x4. I'll show you. You take a 2x4 and you run it alongside like that, and then you screw it together, and then you cut out the bad section on the 2x4 that's bad, and you take another section of 2x4 and you butt it to the cut spot and screw it all to the second 2x4. Okay, that's called scabbing or cisterning, right? It increases the support on the rafter beam. A lot of work, right? A lot of work. So that's what's on my plans for today. Okay? Obviously, just getting the post out is going to be a little bit hard. I might be alright and just have to remove the middle post and then put 2 posts right, at 5 foot, and I might be all right doing that. That's one of the things that my stepbrother's coming, and then a roofer is coming, and he'll be able to tell me whether or not that'll work. Now the reason I'm having an actual roofer come is because I do not want to damage the integrity of the shed roof. So obviously in that situation I want an expert to tell me if what I'm thinking is right and whether or not that'll work. This is issues that you're going to run into on a homestead, right? And yeah, we got to weed plants. But the blueberries, I'm checking the blueberries, and the blueberries are not ready yet. So, a lot of people sit there and say, well, you're not a prepper if you don't think about this and this and this, right? You can't think of everything, okay? Nobody knows everything. I'll be the first to admit that I don't know things. The trick is that if you don't know something, you get somebody who does know it, and then you learn it from them, right? These didn't make it. No biggie, the one in the back did, right? Told you that one would probably make it. I still have the mother trees, so I'm not too concerned about that, right? I'm assuming that I didn't get enough of the taproot, and that's why they died. Happens. And my elderberry is starting to come into bloom, right? These are all little berries, and since we've had a lot of rain, I'm expecting to have a good harvest this year. But this is amazing. This right here, it has completely gone mad with seed. So yeah, gonna get a lot of kale seed. You know, money is always an issue, right? When you're prepping, it's always an issue. You never have thousands of dollars laid up, right? You go with what you can do, right? I'll be the first to tell you, do not go into debt to prep, right? Some things, like my pressure canner, I really needed my pressure canner, and I put that on credit, and I'm paying for it now. So don't go into debt to prep, right? Because in the end, you're going to end up paying 5 times what the product is worth before you get it paid off, right? And the reason for that is, you know, credit cards, 27% interest charged on a monthly basis. You know, $1,000 item becomes a $3,000 item, right? So that's my thoughts for you this morning, and I hope to keep you updated on the shed redo and repair. It's kind of hard to do that when I'm working, but we'll get it done a little bit at a time, one step at a time. You know, you do one step at a time, and eventually it'll get done, right? But don't let failure stop you from moving forward. Okay? You're going to have failures, and it's, you got to live with that, right? You got to live with that. Learn from them, right? If you did something one way and it failed, don't do it the same way again, right? Figure out how to do it. Google is a wonderful thing, right? I don't know all this about sheds. I Googled it, right? So it's a wonderful thing. I've got a fly flying around because it wants my coffee. Not gonna get my coffee. Coffee is a must. With the economy the way it is, I would suggest if you don't have a couple things of coffee set aside, I would get it. Okay, because last year was a very bad year for coffee, and with all the tariffs and everything, you know what I'm saying. Okay, you don't have to have me tell you the truth of the matter, right? So that's what's going on here. Working, right? Constantly moving forward. Bicycle.